Don't worry. All right, let me give you guys an update and let you know where we are. I'm going to turn this music down. Obviously, all of you have gotten multiple emails from me this week about some COVID exposure at first, and that is why we canceled midweek services. Then you got another email and another video from me actually yesterday morning around lunchtime about our plans moving forward. However, we're coming back to you because late yesterday afternoon and yesterday evening, we had 4 more positive tests come in, which means that now at this point, not waiting for any other results to come in, we have 5 people who were in our services this past Sunday that have now tested positive for COVID-19. We have a few others that we think might be running symptoms, but we haven't gotten test results or haven't gotten a positive test in. Church family, because of that, as we've started tracing out where that exposure is, that also means that we've had 2 different dinner groups meet since Sunday, on Sunday night and I think on Monday or Tuesday night, that had people who were exposed as well, which means that not only do we have kind of a primary cluster that was exposed during the service or after the service, but then we had some secondary groups in those dinner groups that met that had been exposed as well. As a result, the bottom line is we cannot in all good conscience gather us together as a church this Sunday because we are not sure how widespread we may have this disease going on in our body. So as clear as I can be to you, we are in the midst of a small outbreak and what I hope will remain a small outbreak as a church right now. And so as a result, we will not gather this Sunday. We are not planning to gather next Sunday either. What we will do is we will do an online-only service. Tomorrow, it will be very bare bones. I don't even want to gather anyone else at the church other than our family. So it will either be just me or it will be just me and Sarah. And we will sing together and worship together. We will jump into the Word together and do a devotion. We will spend some real time praying together, and it'll be a little bit more interactive than our prior online services have been. Then during the week next week, we will assess how things are going, and we will let you know. And we may have a more traditional online service on August 8th, or we may do a very similar thing again. Here's our hope, is that our hope is we want to keep as many of you safe as possible. We want to stop any further spread as much as we can from this moment on. Secondly, we also want to be able to come back together in a couple weeks. By August 15th, our hope and our plan and our prayer is to be back in person in 2 services, socially distanced, and there may be some other precautions that we have to take because of that. Now, I want to be as clear as I can, church family, and I'm going to let you ask some questions. If you were at church this last Sunday morning on July 25th, you were exposed to coronavirus, and you should be watchful for symptoms. And so far, the most common symptom we are seeing in these positive cases is congestion and runny nose. Now, some people are having some aches and some chills, possibly some fevers, but the most common symptom is congestion and runny nose thus far in the positive cases that we have. If your student was a part of the fellowship after church on Sunday, they were exposed to COVID-19. If your dinner group met, then the chances are you were possibly exposed even at dinner group this past week. I say that because I want to try to be as clear as possible that we need to be watchful. Hopefully, am I back? And I'm going to roll that back just a little bit to make sure that you heard. If you were at church this past Sunday, and hopefully I am back now live, but you were exposed to COVID-19. If your student was a part of the fellowship after church on Sunday, they were exposed. If your dinner group met this week, then the chances are high that you were exposed at dinner group this past week. As a result, we want you to know the most common symptom we are seeing is congestion and runny nose. So I want to ask you to please be watchful, please be careful, and if you are having any congestion, any runny nose at all, I want to highly encourage you to go get tested so that we know the full extent. If you do get tested, if you do start running symptoms, one of the best things you could do for us as church leaders is to let us know so that we can have a pretty good idea of how widespread this is, and so that we can just check on you and that we can be praying for you. Church family, I want you to know that we are checking in with everybody who's sick. We are praying for everybody who is positive. And at this point, I really want to just give you a chance that if you want to ask some questions in the comments, I want you to be able to do that. And so you can just type those in, and I'm going to kind of be watching them as they go. But I'm going to give just a second to let anybody put comments that they would like before I just keep rambling on and talking with you. As you may type in any questions you have, just a reminder, we have updated our website. You can go to starkvillecommunitychurch.org/coronavirus and see some of these same details and get a picture of these things. Courtney is asking if these people were vaccinated. So the answer is yes and no. 2 of the adults who were at church on Sunday that have now tested positive were fully vaccinated. One of the students who has since then tested positive was half vaccinated about a week and a half before they developed symptoms, but only about 4 to 5 days before they were exposed. The other 2, the child and the other student that have tested positive, were not vaccinated. And that's the other thing, church family, is that we have 2 adults and then we have 3 youth who are under the age of 14 that have tested positive. And so this is not just a college student thing or a high school thing or adult thing. It's a child, student, adult thing that is going on. If you have any questions, Courtney, that's a great question to ask. Just put them here in the comments. I appreciate that, Kirby. Yeah, RSV has been going around, even the daycares here in Starkville as well. And a couple of our kids have had RSV in the last couple of weeks. And man, you can just pray for them. It's tough for the little ones when they get that. That's a good thought to remember, even as we've been praying. Church family, it's really okay if you have any questions. If you have a question that you're not sure you want to ask live on this stream, maybe because you just want to be a little bit more discreet, then I would just encourage you. It's okay for you to call me. It's okay for you to text me. It's okay for you to email me and ask that question, and I will answer you individually as well. Any other questions, feel free. Jennifer, I appreciate you sharing that about Isaac being fully vaccinated but having some symptoms. Hopefully his test will come back negative. Church family, I'm going to give about 30 more seconds for any other questions, and then I'm going to wrap up with a couple things. Sarah's right. We do need prayers. Ella is one of the positive tests, and so we're going to be holed up for a little while through next weekend for sure. So we do need your prayers. She's not wrong on that. All right, church family, I want to ask for a few specific prayer requests. One, I really do want you to pray that we won't have any more positive cases and that God will minimize the amount of additional cases we may see in our church body. 2, I want you to be praying for those who have tested positive. So far, symptoms are mild, even for the adults that have tested positive. But I want to ask that you would pray that they would stay mild. And let's pray that God would protect them. 2, we have some pregnant moms and some immunosuppressed individuals that were at church last Sunday and that were exposed. And so I really want to ask you to pray for them and to pray that God might protect them and that they wouldn't get sick, because that's an entirely different level of complication for them if they do get sick. And then finally, I want you to pray for this. Over this last 16 months, this is what keeps coming to my mind. We have seen God move in some really big ways in our church. We have seen people saved. We've seen people grow. We've seen the church grow and new people come and join. We've seen small groups thrive. We've seen worship thrive. We've seen more opportunities for service in our community than I can count. God has been so faithful to us over this last 16 months. And I want us to pray that He would continue to keep His hand of blessing and favor and faithfulness on us, even in these next 2 weeks. And then I want to ask you to begin praying for August 15th and August 22nd, and that we would be able to come back in person, welcome new students, new staff, but in a way that's safe and in a way that will allow us to continue to meet together and do what we do as a church family. I love y'all. If you have any questions that you want to ask, please don't be afraid or don't hesitate to contact me and ask them. If there's anything I can do for you, any way I can pray for you, please don't hesitate to ask. And church family, just know I love you. I'm so proud to be your pastor. I'm so thankful to get to walk with you. And I hope that you will join us online tomorrow morning. We'll be on Facebook Live. We'll be on YouTube Live. You'll also be able to find that stream on our website as well at starkvillecommunitychurch.org. Love you. Y'all enjoy your afternoon. Stay safe, stay healthy, and know that I'm praying for you. Bye, church family.